Mistakes happen. In this video, we're going to look at the many different ways you can keep your charts in line with reality, despite the determined efforts of players, not to mention the second law of thermodynamics, to make things hard on you. One way to change player information is via the Tinker dialog. Let's say my brother, Damien, tells me after the tournament is underway that he has legally changed his name to Roach. To bring up the Tinker dialog, I can select Players, Tinker, or click on the shortcut for Tinker here, or simply double-click on his name in the chart. Once in the Tinker dialog, I can change anything listed, including his name. I think while I'm here, I'll go ahead and shave off some rating points. Highly irregular, of course, but if you knew him like I do, you wouldn't hesitate. Click OK to confirm the changes and exit. Next, let's say that Damien got a win in round 2, but I had just naturally assumed he had lost and entered his loss without checking. When he brings this miracle to my attention later, I need to fix his round 2 result. There are 2 easy ways to do that, and I'll show you both. First, I bring up the pair chart. Right now, this isn't showing round 2, so I select round 2 from the drop-down box here. Then I change his loss to a win in the usual way and exit. But if I'm really feeling resentful of that time he put gum in my hair back in the 3rd grade, I may decide to change it back to a loss. I'll do that now using the alternate method of revising results. That's using the Results editor. In the main view, I double-click the result in question. The grid that appears lists all the games this player has played, with columns for result, opponent, and color. To change his win back to a loss, I just change the plus sign to a minus sign. You can also choose various buys and forfeit symbols here, all of which are pretty standard. Notice that when I change Roach's result, I also need to change his opponent's result. SwissSys does that automatically as long as you leave this Update Opponent checkbox checked. Click OK, and there. He once again has the loss he so richly deserves. You can easily change results and colors this way. In most cases, you can even change pairings here too, but if you do that, be careful. You need to make sure all of your changes check out, or you'll end up with inconsistent pairings, like 2 players having the same opponent in a given round. If you're ever in doubt, use Edit, Validate to check. Next, I'll show you how to adjust pairings from the pair chart itself. These are round 4 pairings of a tournament in which I requested a half-point buy for myself. Changes in the pair chart come in 3 types. The first is when you want to switch around players who are already listed in the chart. To illustrate, say I've posted these pairings, but GM Soltis informs me that his opponent, 19th century champion Paul Morphy, has died again, leaving him without anyone to play. I agree to give up my buy and play him. To do this, I just switch places with Morphy by clicking the Switch button, then the 2 players I'm switching. The second type of change is when you need to add players to the chart who are not paired for whatever reason. To do this, use the Replacement Players dialog. Let's say I'm about to post pairings, but 2 new players come in and want to play. Bobby Fischer, late as usual, and Jose Capablanca. I agree to let them play against each other in this round. First, I register them. Now, when I go to the pair chart and click on the replacement players lists, there they are. I can stuff them into the pair chart like this. I choose a replacement mode, either insert after the spot I select, before it, or overwrite the player that's already there. I'll choose Replace After. Then I click and drag Fisher to the bottom of the pair chart. Next, I do the same on the black side for Capablanca, and now they are paired. The third type of change is deleting players or whole pairings from the chart. For instance, to remove the twice deceased Morphy from the pair chart, I select him, then click Delete Player. Well, I think that does it for this topic. See you next time.